Egypt, there was a pharaoh who was the ruler. The pharaoh's job was to create laws and deliver justice. Once a pharaoh was chosen as ruler, they were considered to be a descendant of God. The pharaoh had a set of laws. This code wrote about the principles that were used in legal cases. Punishment for breaking these laws ranged from beating to mutilation to exile.
Economics. Egypt's main source of income was farming and fishing from the Nile. Farmers and fishers were taxed. A specialized bureaucracy controlled most activity within Egypt. Egypt traded some with foreign neighbors for goods that were not available to them. Egypt's main exports were grain, gold, linen, and papyrus.
Religious. Egypt had a polytheistic religion. Their gods were based off the land and the Nile, therefore they were considered nice gods because of the systematic flooding. Egyptians had rituals that could interact with their gods. They had a very in-depth rule about the afterlife that was all written down in the Book of the Dead. Because of these beliefs, they had burial traditions for the elite in pyramids and mummification of these bodies.
Social. In Egypt, women were very close to men in status. Women could own land if it was given to them. Divorce was very common because men and women were not legally married. The social classes were moderately structured. Pharaoh was the highest, government officials were next, then soldiers, scribes, merchants, craftsmen, peasants, and finally slaves.
Intellectual and arts. Egypt's achievements included pyramids where the elite were buried, mummification, the process of storing the bodies for the afterlife. This led to a greater understanding of the human body. And finally, they had a very good understanding of the Nile River.
Near. Egypt was very isolated from the rest of the known world. It was mainly desert terrain that was nearly 100 miles away from the Mediterranean.
Walk like an Egyptian.